Yo, damn, I did that wrong. I wanted to do this. And then I wanted to do this.
Yo, drop the beat. Let me tell you a story about a man named Felix, straight out of the old school, here to reveal the facts. Yo, hold up, what's the 411 on this cat? He's a cop watcher, a truth teller, laying it all bare, shining a light on injustice, showing he just don't care about their intimidation tactics, that twisted up lies. He's got a camera in their face, watching with his own eye. Going down the street in my hoopty, feeling the bass, see them blue and reds flashing, all up in my space. Another traffic stop, another power truck display. License and registration is all they ever say, but I know my rights, see I ain't no fool. They wanna play games, but I'm keeping my cool. I don't answer questions, that's my opening line. Got them frustrated, messing with their whole design. They pull me over, flashing lights so bright, asking dumb questions, trying to start a fight. Are you a sovereign citizen? With a smirk and a sneer. Fuck you, I'm not a cop, is all they're gonna hear. Got my camera rolling, every move they make, for every crooked copper, for goodness sake. This is for the people who've been pushed around. John Felix on the scene, holding it down. Talk about officer safety, a tired old excuse for violating liberties and all kinds of abuse. They think that badge gives them a right to be the king, but we the people pay the salary, and we're the ones who sing the song of freedom, the anthem of the just, exposing that corruption in the system we don't trust. From illegal searches to tyrannical demands, I stand my ground firmly with the law in my hand. They pull me over, flashing lights so bright, asking dumb questions, trying to start a fight. Are you a sovereign citizen? With a smirk and a sneer. Fuck you, I'm not a cop, is all they're gonna hear. Got my camera rolling, every move they make, for every crooked copper, for goodness sake. This is for the people who've been pushed around. John Felix on the scene, holding it down. They talk of lies, this ain't no game. Know your amendments, speak their name. The first, the fourth, the fifth, that's the trifecta. Protects you from the goons who wanna disrespect you. They might have the weapons, they might have the crew, but knowledge is power, me and you, we know it's true. So next time you see him with that arrogant swagger, remember John Felix, the lyrical dagger. Peace to the auditors, the watchers in the street, keeping the pressure on, can't be beat. Fuck you, I'm not a cop, it's all they're gonna hear. Got my camera rolling, every move they make, for every crooked copper, for goodness sake. They talk of people who've been pushed around. John Felix on the scene, holding it down. They pull me over, flashing lights so bright, asking dumb questions, trying to start a fight. Are you a sovereign citizen? With a smirk and a sneer. Fuck you, I'm not a cop, is all they're gonna hear. Got my camera rolling, every move they make, for every crooked copper, for goodness sake. This is for the people who've been pushed around. John Felix on the scene, holding it down.
Joey back. Joey back. Joey back gonna hit the sack. What up?
Word to the wise, this ain't no game. Know your amendments, speak their name. The first, the fourth, the fifth, that's the trifecta. Protect you from the goons who wanna disrespect you. They might have the weapons, they might have the crew, but knowledge is power, me and you, we know it's true. True, next time you see them, that arrogant swagger, remember John Felix, the lyrical dagger. Peace to the auditors, the watchers in the street, keeping the pressure on, can't be beat. But don't make Irish too.
What is Hollywood Undead? That's me, bro. I made the song. And I made the song by having a good fan in Australia named Snapphase who went to AI and made it pronounce my name right. That's AI music, and that's a good song, man. It's catchy. Best song ever written about me, that's for sure. How's everyone doing? Auditing Madden, what's up, brother? How are you? I forgot you were at Autopalooza, man. You're so like low key, you know, but thank you for coming. Let's Otvo. What's up, brother? Otvo, that video you made yesterday, Palooza. I gotta find that, dude. That was good stuff, man. It gave me the chills a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Palooza. 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 I am the CLIT commander. Man, what kind of username is that? You disgusting. Random Jeff, what's up? VA outlaw, are you a sovereign? No, sir, I don't work for the police. Yeah, my most famous line ever. No name coder, man. Thanks for coming to the event again. Good to see you again, man. I really like you. I also saw that audit you did down the street when the dude got kicked out of the party. Bro, you did great there. You were defending that idiot, even though he was an idiot. Good for you. You did the right thing. Tyrant Searcher UK, what's up, my brother? Good day, mate. Oh, wait, that's Australia again. Joey Back, guys, if you don't know Joey Back is like a semi-genius with a little awkwardness about him, but my God, him and I went for a ride during Audapalooza, and the things he was saying, dude, I started laughing so hard I almost went into the ditch. Roxy, what's up, Roxy? All right, guys, I got to get to this, because then I have to make a run to Walmart, so, you know, got to get through this stuff. Hit the thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Okay, so Palooza. I wonder if I can share this. This is so good, bro. You did so good on this, man. Thank you so much for making this. I really appreciate that. There we go. Let's see if I can get it to play.
Giving away a police detecting camera tonight at Audapalooza. The first one ever in the world that's going to give away to somebody. And if you aren't here, you missed it.
Well, the fellas are here, they're back in town. Coppers look sharp, they're making their rounds, doesn't count.
Let's go downtown. I hear a sound of the big brass band roaming around. Palooza, 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 Palooza.
I got the cleanest lanes in the whole damn town. All the ladies say, hey, when I pull it out, Palooza.
Palooza,
Hey, hey,
Palooza,
hey, hey.
Palooza, hey, Palooza.
This is good stuff, man.
Auditors come from all around, come to film a tyrant looking clown, Palooza.
Dude, this shit rocks, bro.
Let's go downtown. I hear a sound of a big brass band roaming around.
Palooza, hey, hey, Palooza, hey, hey, Palooza,
Hey, hey.
Palooza. I got a First Amendment and a second one too. I invoke the fifth. I ain't talking to you, Palooza. We're headed downtown. There's a hot new sound from a big brass band in downtown.
There's Brick Jonesy and Let's Otto. Otto's the guy who made this video, man. Thank you so much for making that, man. That shit rocks, bro. That rocks. And here's what he's showing you is the back of their playing cards. I have a full set of these auditor cards, man. I might actually sell these because these are one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Palooza.
Hey, hey, Palooza. Palooza.
For sure, no name. The Patriot, whose venue this event is held at, Larry Downs Jr., everybody, missionobvious.com. No Larry, no Autopalooza. Yeah! Sorry for yelling. Bro, I got chills, bro. I ain't kidding. Palooza. That was that's great, bro. That's better than my intro song. Palooza. Bow, bow, bow. You guys enjoying this trespass appeal video? Oh, God. All right, let's go to the bad news, man. Palooza. Bow, bow, bow. Palooza. Bow, bow, bow. Good stuff, dude. Just good stuff. Okay. Whew. Get the adrenaline down. So, trespass appeal hearing. I went to Hannah City Center. What was it? August 19th, 2025. Hannah City Center, a city building in Tampa. I've been there several times. Many times. Never had to sign in. Well, suddenly they started trespassing Liberty Troll, Hillsborough Highlights. And then finally they trespassed me. So I wanted to go through a trespass appeal hearing because them requiring you to sign in is straight trash. It's a building policy. There's nothing. So, there's a case law called Katron versus City of St Petersburg, where if you trespass from a public building, you must be given due process to be able to appeal the trespass. Otherwise, they could just trespass you for any reason, which is basically what they've been doing to everybody for decades now. And the only people who have fought against it are First Amendment auditors. Okay? That's the only people. So under Katron versus City of St. Pete, they're supposed to give you due process. Well, what Tampa has decided to do is say, hey, John, oh, you didn't think you were trespassed lawfully? Just tell us about it. Tell us, the Tampa City attorney, why you believe you shouldn't have been trespassed. So I'm like, no, I'll take a trespass appeal hearing. They're like, no, you tell us, the city attorney for Tampa, why you don't believe you should have been trespassed that day. And we, the city of Tampa attorney, will decide whether you get to go back there or still be trespassed from there. Well, they also represent the police department, Tampa Police Department, who trespassed me. Clear conflict of interest. Anyway, I told them I want a trial. I sent in the thing in anyway, and this is how they responded. Let's see if I can share real quick. Palooza, bow, bow, bow. That's gonna be stuck in my head. That was good stuff, man. Just good stuff. Can you guys see that? Do you even care? You just want me to read it? Palooza, bow, bow, bow. Palooza. So we go downtown and we get down south. Palooza. Dear Mr. Felix, trespass appeal stemming from August 19, 2025 at the Hannah City Center has been reviewed by designated assistant attorney to determine whether it should be upheld, rescinded, or modified. I skimmed this over, but I haven't really read this, so I'm kind of reading this with you because I know it's BS. To determine whether it should be upheld, rescinded, or modified, following evidence was reviewed considering making the decision. 48-minute, 31-minute mark of the video posted by appellant, that's me, on YouTube August 20th. 3-page PDF subject trespass appeal submitted by appellant via email on September 4th. TPD report number 20 and relevant legal principles and case law. First, this appeal solely to determine if the trespass warning issued to you on August 19th should be upheld, revised, or rescinded. You allege you were not given an opportunity to sign into the city center at Hannah before you were trespassed from the building. This contradicted by the video posted on your YouTube channel prior to entering the building. At 1:30 in the video, you state, I am going to go straight in, go upstairs, use the bathroom. I'm not going to sign in and see if they trespass me. That's right. So you're not supposed to trespass me for that. That's the whole point. You proceeded to walk into the building directly past the sign reading, please sign in at the information desk to receive your visitor's badge. You did not stop at the information desk. You did not sign in. You did not receive a visitor's badge. Importantly, there was not a security guard present at the information desk when you entered the building. However, your own words on the video indicate that you were aware of the requirement to sign in and intentionally disregarded it. No, I wasn't aware of any requirement because it's not a requirement. What makes it a requirement? It's not a requirement, so I was not aware of any requirement because it's not a requirement. You can require me to take my shirt off when I get in there too. It's not a requirement. Just because you put it on a piece of paper doesn't make it a requirement. That's ridiculous. Where was I? However, in your own, however, your own words, the video indicated you were aware of the requirement to sign in and intentionally disregarded it. When you were confronted by the security guard at approximately blah, blah, blah in the video, he informed you that you came in and violated our policy by not signing in at approximately blah, blah, blah. You were informed by Tampa PD officer that you have to follow the policy in the building, and if you do not follow it, you will be trespassed. You reply, I have every right to be here. I do not have to follow internal policy. Thus, the evidence establishes you were aware of the city policy requiring visitor. I am aware that you wrote that garbage. I'm not aware that I'm required to follow it. That's the part you're having a problem with. Approximately 10:23 in your video, you were informed by TPD officer that you have to follow the policy in the building, and you do not follow, you will be trespassed. You reply, I have every right to be here. I do not have to follow their internal policy. Thus, the evidence establishes you are aware of the city policy requiring visitors to sign in the desk at entry. You intentionally ignored it when you entered the building, and when confronted, repeated your position that you would not follow the internal policy. In response, the city building authorized representative security guard requested the police trespass. See, that's a lie, because I told them several times I would sign in and showed him my signature and showed him my driver's license. So that's BS right there. In response, the city building authorized therefore you were not prevented from signing in by any City of Tampa employees. Rather, you intentionally refused to do so multiple times. And then I told them I would many times over. I said, if you want me to sign in, I will. It's on video. Like, this is a kook right here. Yeah, I intentionally came in. And then when they said, I said, if I have to sign in or else you're going to trespass me, I will. And I showed him my license and I showed him my signature. What a scumbag. See, this is the first time I'm reading this garbage. When you would not follow. In response, the city building authorized representative security guard requested the police trespass you from the building. Therefore, you were not prevented from signing in I was prevented. Every time I told them I'll sign in, they said, no, it's too late. What would make it too late? Nothing happened. What made it too late? Your arbitrary feelings? It was not too late. I was there for 7 minutes. So after 7 minutes, because I wanted to expose your bad policy and the way you enforce it, now it's too late to sign in. Because why? What happened that made it too late? Your feelings got hurt. You want to get our kind out of there. You have no other reason not to let me sign in and continue what I was doing. Because when this expires, I'm just going to go sign my name, which is a swoosh like that. They give me any problems, I'm going to say I'll take the arrest, but I'm not taking the damn arrest for these losers. No. We'll see. And if I can find a damn lawyer, like, what am I supposed to do here? I don't have the money to fight this. I don't have the learning curve. I haven't made it that far. It's plus everything else that goes on in life. I can't focus on this. I'm going to fight a trespass appeal at this place for how long? This is where lawyers are supposed to step in. This is where a hungry lawyer should be like, this is wrong. Where are they? Dude, I don't even want to keep reading this garbage. This is such garbage. Request the police trespass you. Rather, you intentionally refuse to do so. And then I intentionally told him I would several times, many times. And the sergeant outside said, are you willing to sign in? And I said I would. And he still said no. They still denied me. The sergeant outside said, will you sign in? I said, yes, I will. And they still wouldn't let me sign in. You effing lying whore. You're a lying parasite. C-U-N-T. Parasite government scum. Megan Newcomb. Liar. It's on video and you lie. You gaslighting R-A-P-I-S-T mentality having scum. He says, will you sign in? And I said, I will. Several times. Over and over again. Liar. Like, you're scum of the earth. This is garbage, man. Mr. Felix, your appeal is denied. We have concluded that the basis articulated for the trespass warning was in compliance with the City of Tampa policy. And I'm required to follow Tampa City policy. Why? How am I under Tampa City policy jurisdiction? I don't work for the City of Tampa, you moron. How am I under Tampa City policy? What? Moron? How am I under that jurisdiction? Wow. Like, they say this stuff with a straight face. This is like Third Reich stuff right here. Like, people should be losing their mind when stuff like this goes on. Like, they're gaslighting the hell out of you. Warning was in compliance with the city requiring visitors to sign in. Your refusal to sign in and articulate your need to conduct legitimate business via sign-in process violated this reasonable rule. Who decided that rule was reasonable? I didn't sign that contract. What are you talking about? Like, this is how they're going to keep you out of government buildings, dude. They're scared of you. They don't want you waking up and seeing what they're doing in there. They don't want you guys going in there en masse and assembling. Again, if there was enough people in Tampa, all they'd have to do is go assemble themselves in that lobby day after day until that policy, and they figured out who's in charge of what. We're letting them be their cuck. One dude ain't going to do it, man. Yeah, they don't want to be filmed. That's the whole thing. They don't want to be exposed. Technology has caught up with them. They've been working in the dark all these damn decades. Now the light is on them. Now it's like, we can't just be parasites in the dark anymore. We can't just be these cockroaches in the dark. The citizens have cameras now. We got to figure out another way to keep them out of here. Let's do sign in. Let's put a sign on the wall that says no recording. Let's just write stuff on paper like we're legislators, like we're kings. Well, I thought this was no kings. No kings. What happened? This is king shit right here. You guys can read the rest of that crap. I want to go back to the email real quick. Mother effer, dude. My blood is boiling. Palooza. Bow, bow, bow. Dude, my blood is boiling for real, man. It is evident that you had no official business meetings or reason to be at the hand. What? How is it evident? Did you ask me? Can't wait till this is over. Let's see. After considering arguments made in your trust, the evidence that applicable, we find no factual or legal basis to rescind or reverse your trespass warning you received on trespass warning will be in effect for 180 days from the date of August 19th. So, yeah. So, that's the lady who represents the police department who's issued the trespass. So, in this email I write to her, so she sends that response, and I write back. So I write back something like, great. When is the hearing? And then I put in parentheses the due process. And she writes back, there is not a hearing. I put, what? So I don't get due process? I hope you're joking. And then me and ChatGPT-5 wrote, together we form this. This correspondence serves as a formal notice and demand. Because what else do I really have? Follow this process. Hope to Jesus some unicorn lawyer pops out that'll work on contingency. Because I can't do this, dude. I can't even keep up with my chores around the house, bro. I'm going to fight this like what? I can't. I've exposed it. Where are the people who specialize in this part of it? Make a name for yourself, man. I've handed you this on a silver platter. There's conflict of interest here. If I tried to fight this myself, they would kill me procedurally. They'll throw something in there. He didn't space this. He didn't capitalize that. He put the wrong address here, there, whatever. Some technicality. Like, I'd probably lose my first 20 times until I figured out how the games are played. And I just can't do that right now. I'm too old. This correspondence serves as a formal notice demand concerning the City of Tampa's unlawful and constitutionally deficient trespass appeal process. I was trespassed from a public building in Tampa for allegedly failing to sign in a building policy, not a law or ordinance enacted by any legislative authority. Because this directive lacks the force of law, the trespass itself is void ab initio. Nevertheless, I exercise my right to appeal under the constitutional due process framework recognized in Katron versus the City of St. Petersburg. Under Katron, when a citizen is trespassed from public property by a municipality or its police department, the government must provide an opportunity for a meaningful review before a neutral and detached decision maker. Pasco County, where I live, that's Hillsborough County, where the trespass is. Pasco County, where I live, established practice of assigning an independent hearing officer for such matters as consistent with Katron and constitutional due process. Tampa's process, however, blatantly fails this standard, directing me to submit my appeal to the city attorney's office. The same office that represents the city and its police department creates an irreconcilable conflict of interest. The city cannot lawfully act as both counsel for the enforcement body and adjudicator of the appeal. Doing so violates fundamental requirement of an impartial tribunal under Article 1, Section 9 of the Florida Constitution and the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. As such, the City of Tampa's current process constitutes denial of due process and exposes the city to potential civil liability under 42 U.S.C. 1983 for deprivation of constitutional rights under color of law. Accordingly, I hereby demand the following: immediate assignment of my trespass appeal to a neutral, independent hearing officer, unaffiliated with the city attorney's office or the Tampa Police Department. Written confirmation that a city the city will suspend enforcement of the trespass warning pending the outcome of that independent hearing. A formal acknowledgement that Tampa's current appeal procedure will be reviewed and brought into compliance with Katron and established constitutional law. Please consider this a good faith attempt to resolve this matter administratively before pursuing judicial remedies, including but not limited to a petition for writ of mandamus, declaratory relief, or 1983 action in federal court. I expect a written response in 7 business days of receipt. Failure to provide a constitutionally compliant appeal mechanism may result in formal legal action. Respectfully, John Felix.
Giving away a police detecting camera tonight at Autopalooza. The first one ever in the world that's in generation budget. And if you weren't here, you missed it.
Well, the fellas are here, they're back in town. Coppers look sharp, they're making their rounds, doesn't count.
Let's go downtown. I hear a sound of the big brass band roaming around. Palooza, 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 palooza.
I got the cleanest legs in the whole damn town. All the ladies say, hey, when I pull it out, palooza.
Palooza,
Hey, hey,
palooza,
hey, hey.
palooza, hey, 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 palooza.
Palooza. So gritty. Arr, arr. Palooza. Bow, bow, bow. All right, guys, there you go. What do you think? I don't have enough energy for that stuff, man. So there it is. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the process. So the next thing is I got to put up or shut up. And I can't put up. I could try to bear. I just can't. You need time and you need money and organization. I don't have it. Where are you guys? Where's the lawyers at, dude? Where's the civil rights lawyers? There's only one in the whole country. John Bryan, it seems like. Grande Willie, man, I appreciate that. Oh, I forgot I had that little scroller on the bottom. Let's Avo, man. I really enjoyed that, man. That's very nice. That's one thing that was lacking last year is enough coverage of the event. All right, everybody. We good? Good show? Yeah, it was only 35 minutes. That was a pretty good show. All right. I got to go to Walmart because some people are lactose and tolerant. Palooza, bam, bam, bam. Palooza, bam, bam, bam. Palooza, bam, bam, bam. I love that, man. Let's do it again.
Auditors come from all around. Come to film a tyrant looking clown, palooza.
The bartender was pretty
Let's go downtown. I hear a sound of a big brass band roaming around. Palooza, hey, hey, palooza, hey, hey, palooza, hey, hey, palooza.
I got a First Amendment, man. A second one, too. I invoke the fifth. I ain't talking to you, pal loser. We're headed downtown. There's a hot new sound from a big brass band in downtown.
Larry Downs Jr., missionobvious.com, Mission Obvious, where they point out the obvious. Missionobvious.com, Larry Downs Jr. Personality check audits was the karaoke DJ, bro. He was fantastic, bro. Fantastic. Oh, my God. I got to show you this one thing real quick. All right. This guy used to be extra good citizen out of Texas. Thank you, Roxy. That's very nice of you. I'm sure you're quite the looker yourself. Yes, personality check audits. That's him right there in the back. And him and Body Bag Records kid were doing karaoke. And John, man, this guy was extra good citizen on YouTube. He used to hang around with Jack Miller and them, part of the Texas crew. And he was super serious. It was a super serious story about his daughter. And he came here, had a couple drinks, man, and he just started letting loose. And they were singing this song here. And next thing you know, John's flipping into the frame doing the moonwalk and leg kick. And Claude Claude loses it and falls on the ground because he thought it was so funny. Claude's like, oh, he couldn't believe Cracker's moonwalk. All right, everybody. Enough is enough. All right. You guys are so immature. But dude, come on. Let's turn the volume all the way down. That's the only reason I don't just keep playing it over and over. It's even funnier without the music. Na 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 na. Now he goes by BC Scanner, by the way, everybody. All right, that's it, man. Enough. That's life in the big city. Little comedy, little BS tyranny from the government, a little bit of Cracker moonwalk. Everybody have a good night, all right? See you tomorrow. Peace, tranquility, share. Thank you, Grande Willie. That video was actually a rerun if you're talking about the Philip Turner video. I'm doing some reruns, trying to get my channel back into the algorithm. All right, everybody. Peace, chicken grease. See you later. Bye.